This is a 24-foot Tiny House Basics trailer. It's a 2023 model. So we're going to take you on a little tour of this trailer, its standard features, and talk about some of the added features the customer added to his order. So starting out, it's a 24-foot length deck. That's the buildable size deck. The 4-foot tongue will be in addition to that. So a 24-foot trailer with a standard tongue will be 28 feet overall. The customer chose a 96-inch wide deck. So you can see the fenders are 102 at the legal limit, and then the deck width is 96 inches. So it's just 3 inches in on each side. This customer also added the flush cross members. They are flush with the top of the deck. That allows you to use the trailer as a subfloor. You can lay your plywood subfloor directly on top of the trailer deck and start framing up your walls from there. Another feature this customer added to simplify the building will be the 1/2-inch threaded rods. So those are 10 inches from each corner, 10 inches before and after the fenders, and then 48 inches in the field. So this will change. They're about $20 per threaded rod. We can put them in any custom location you'd like, or you could choose the default location, which is what I just said, 10 inches from each corner, 48 inches in the field. 10-foot wide trailers will also usually recommend adding a threaded rod in the middle, in the front, and then a middle in the back. This customer also added the square fenders. This has standard axles, so it's a 26-inch high deck height from the ground to the top of the deck. And then the square fenders just make it a lot easier to frame around. You can see that there's a little knee brace in here to give it structural support. But with all fenders, whether it's the square fenders or the standard rounded fenders, we always recommend to treat it like a window opening and run a header across to support the load, because the fender's main duty is really to protect against road grime, water when it's in transit. You can see on the back of the trailer, we have the threaded rods right there, and then the back corner. Apologize, it's a little dusty. It is spring in Sonoma County. Try to wipe off as much pollen, but the bees will be happy, but there's definitely a lot of pollen collecting on everything. Going up to the front of the trailer, a drop leg jack will be standard. You can see there's a little pin, so you don't have to crank it up all the way. You can just pull it out and the leg drops when you're disconnected from your vehicle. Safety chains are standard as well. And then the safety breakaway trailer is on all trailers that we build. There's a little breakaway kit right here. Get this chain out of the way. There's your little safety breakaway kit. This is attached to the truck. If it ever comes disconnected, it pulls out, then locks the brakes. This is your 7-way connector. It is a round connector like this. A round connector powers the lights, brakes, turn signals, stop lights, red tail lights, all that jazz. So you'll know it has brakes when you see a round 7-way connector like this. That goes to the junction box right here, and then there's the backup battery. So that powers the brakes. If they come disconnected from the vehicle, it locks the brakes. Standard tongue is 4 feet long. You can add an additional tongue, which would be 5 feet. That's handy if you're planning on doing a storage in the front of the trailer, or you can also do a custom bump out, which is another feature that we offer. And I don't think I explained these better, but the threaded rods is when you're doing your plywood subfloor on the trailer, you're building up. These actually go through that bottom plate and they attach with a bracket, which we have an article on our website, What Are Flush Cross Members? They attach to a bracket to the kink stud. So that ties down all your wall framing to the trailer deck to really have a nice anchor support. And so we always do more than you need around the trailer, because there may be some that may come in conflict with where you're planning to put a door. If you don't have your design finalized, you can always cut it off and remove it. But like I said before, we can custom place these. So if you have your design or you're having us do the design for you, we can place all the threaded rods in a custom location wherever you need them. All trailers come standard with tail lights. You get the signal lights on the side, and then you have your brake lights, and then the third running light right there. So this is, again, a 2023 24-foot by 98-inch wide 14,000 pound capacity tiny house basics trailer. 14K capacity is what we always recommend for a 24-foot trailer. This is pretty sufficient for also a 26-foot trailer, depending on the design. When you go up to 28 feet, we recommend bumping up to a triple axle, whether that's either 18K or 21K. But this is one of our most popular configurations for a 24-foot. And then again, lastly, on the deck size, this customer chose 96 inches wide, but you can select any deck width up to 102 inches wide. So if you wanted it to go all the way to the edge, gain an extra 6 inches of interior space, we could do that. There's no charge to change the deck width on our standard trailers. So if you have any questions at all, please go to our website, tinyhousebasics.com. You could also request a tiny house trailer quote there, or you could leave a comment below in this video. And we hope this was informative, and we look forward to helping you simplify the process of going tiny.